Just getting off work, go and pick up some Jimmy's John's, and then when I get home, I'm gonna be drawing tonight. So this is gonna be a fun one. Oh, Jimmy's John's. Got delicious chicken Caesar wrap from Jimmy's John's with the barbecue. So let's get home. Oh yeah, you gotta love that chicken Caesar from Jimmy's John's. We're gonna be drawing something very different today. My wife requested me that I draw Gambit. I printed this out as a reference because I'm not used to drawing Marvel characters or DC characters like at all. So that being said, we're gonna be using some Bristol smooth surface. It's the 9 by 12 inches. Pretty good stuff. Not every day I use these Bristol papers, but got a sheet right here. Let's draw Gambit Dwreck style, huh? All right, well, let's try this out. Okay, let's see. His head's tilted, so that's it. Yeah, I got the tripod tied to my. I got my hoodie strings tied to the tripod just to hold this thing up. So just bear with me. Let's see what we got here. Start with the eyes. Let's see. This is the very first time I'm ever drawing a Marvel character like this. Not used to drawing Marvel characters. So used to drawing like any other like video game characters or anime characters or even cartoon characters and such. This is like completely alien to me. And I was taught that use your pencils like a brush and use your brush like a pencil. You could be like this. We'll fix it in post. My apologies if the camera keeps swaying back and forth. It's because my phone is tied to my hoodie straps. So it's swinging back and forth. My apologies. Because I don't have the most professional setup around here. So I gotta do what I gotta do with what I have. My wife loves Gambit. She likes the X-Men. She likes Superman. All right, let's see. Gambit. Let's see. What we're gonna do with you. Your head's kind of tilted slightly to the side. Your head's tilted slightly to the side as if you're just looking to, with that smirk of like mission accomplished type deal. Like you're good, kid. Here's looking at you, kid. So, so how am I gonna draw this in my style? Let's see. He's got some. He's very cunning. He's very cunning in that, like a Cajun Christian Slater style, mixed with Channing. My God, where I forgot it. Channing Tatum. I cannot believe I forgot his name. That's how much I'm out of the loop of some of these mainstream stuff. He's definitely gonna look a lot better once he's all colored in. I'm just doing this first. Yeah, because he has his head tilted, so now we're gonna do it like this. Okay, he's got the 5 o'clock shadow going on. He's got the big chin. So that being said, that's gonna be right here for his head. It's gonna be like this. Being drawn like this, but I'm definitely gonna fix this in post. I'm definitely gonna fix this up. This is just to get my bearings. Let it drop. Alright, his hair. I like drawing hairs. Drawing Dragon Ball Z and anime characters definitely helped out with drawing hair. I love stylish hair. I'm gonna fix the rest of his hair a little bit. I just want to get. I'm just gonna freestyle the rest. I'm gonna freestyle the rest. Since the picture doesn't have much of his hair, so I'm just gonna freestyle the rest. I love drawing hair, spiky hair like this, especially anime style. Like I said, Dragon Ball Z definitely helped out. Okay. Just give a little erase right here so that way when we come back to ink, we're going to know not to draw these sides out. That should do it. Let's give this right here. Try not to sound like Bob Ross. That nice little hair follicle right here, just right there. Just a nice little hair follicle. Alright. Alright, looks handsome enough, huh? He'll look better in post. Let's get his jawline a little bit right here. There we go. I'll erase this part so that way we don't have to. There we go. It looks a little better. His jaw, he's got to have that straight jawline right there. He can take a punch. 5 o'clock shadow. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Now, the rest. First jacket. I actually dressed like Gambit this past Halloween last year. That was the first time I was ever a Marvel character. It was actually pretty fun. His costume, it was like wearing a scuba suit. But Halloween was kind of warm this year and it was like really hot. I know, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna fix it in post though. So that way we can get it bearings. Okay. Drawing jackets is definitely tough because you gotta realize that they have a body underneath this thing. So trying to get clothing over that sometimes is tough. But you gotta be careful with the placements and the physics, if you will. Not used to doing this. Let's get a little closer. See what we're dealing with here, huh? Okay, that looks good. Let's get a better look right here, shall we? Alright, so his jacket's like this. So that's gonna come out that way. So let's see. It's gotta go outward like geese. And then that's gonna go out like this. And then that's gonna come down like this. Okay. Now, come on, a little bit more. Now I can make them. Now I gotta make these connect like this. Okay. No, Mittens. What do you? Mittens, do you mind? Give me a second, y'all. Okay, we're back. Have to gear it down. And I gotta adjust my camera again. Okay. Let's see what else we got left of it. Let's see. His shoulders. Where's the shoulder at? Here we are. The seams of his coat. Wearing his coat was really cool. But like I said, it was kind of warm for Halloween, so I was really, really hot in that suit. Normally it's not very warm for Halloween time, but everybody was wearing shorts and everything. I was like wearing a full body borderline scuba suit and a trench coat. Okay. His pencil looks pretty good. Dwreck style. That looks actually really good. Now, let's ink them. We're gonna use let's see, we can use this. We're gonna use micron number 8. I'm gonna take a sip from Jimmy's John's. All right, now let's ink Gambit. Why haven't I been into like Marvel characters or something? But, well, Marvel characters, I mean, superheroes weren't. I never looked bad at superheroes per se. I was just raised on cartoon characters like Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, and Porky Pig, and Mickey Mouse, and all them good characters, all them good guys. I did like Batman. Superman was good. Spider-Man didn't really. I mean, Spider-Man's good. It's just I think his character is kind of played out to a certain audience that should not be played to. But that's just me. And Mittens is trying to get back up here. And I do remember X-Men being a thing. I got nothing against the X-Men. I just never found the channel that it came on until years and years later. My wife loves X-Men. My wife loves Gambit. She loves Jubilee. She loves Storm. I think I would have liked X-Men. If I did watch X-Men when I was a kid, I probably would have liked it. I would have liked Beast. I would have liked Gambit and Cyclops. But I was too much into Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles. Not only that, with comic books, like I said before, where I come from, people looked down on comic books, and anyone that liked the comic books was deemed uncool. So I didn't want to be seen as uncool because that's not cool. But I drew my own comic books, so go fig. Not to sound hypocritical or anything. That looks awesome. Alright. That's just how I always drew ears. But definitely drawn Dragon Ball Z and manga characters. Definitely helped out with my art style. I've said that before. Yeah, that looks way cool. That looks really cool. There we go. He's gotta look cool. He's gotta look cool like that. And his eyeballs are black, so I'm gonna take care of that in a little bit. This is a technique I learned from drawing Dragon Ball Z characters. Man, this is running around like a little horse. You hear her little feet. I don't really like to draw noses traditionally because I tried drawing real faces and they did not come out good at all. I made them look old. I don't want them to make them look old. I want to make them look cool. And drawing them like this, they look cool. Give me a second, y'all. Ben's is trying to get back up again. Oh, this cat. I wouldn't mind drawing Spawn one day. Reason why I like Spawn is because Todd McFarlane and the way he looks at comic books, especially his philosophy of he's gonna do it his way and no one's gonna stop him. I like that. That's what you call a visionary. And so am I. I usually don't like to follow trends. I like to set trends, but says the guy that does top 10 video game lists on YouTube. I would like to start doing more like this on YouTube. Just drawing. Besides talking about video games and movies and stuff I don't own or stuff that I never did myself, I'd rather draw. But it seems like that's always the easy thing to do, is just to make top 10s and ranking videos and such. But it does have good conversations, especially with my cousin Max when he came over. All right, let's see if we try to get this. It's kind of tough for me to do on one side, because like drawing a circle to me is like going like this is fine, but going like this, it's kind of tough. Drawing it that way is good, but drawing that way, or like going like this is fine, but going that way is another way. But it just depends. Like if I go that way, cool. If I go this way, it's all about angles, people. And I like taking my time with inking, because once it's ink, you can't erase it. And some people say I should invest in getting a digital. I like feeling the paper. I like feeling the ink. I like feeling and hearing the ink and the pencil going against the paper. That's when you know you're doing something real. That's when you know you're doing something creative and something that you can feel and touch, and not touch on a screen. Because touching them on a screen just feels too fake. I know people make a living like that, but I'm not dogging them out for that. I'm just saying I prefer to do it by hand, because that's how I've always been. That's how I always will be. If someone gave me a tablet to say draw on it, I'll probably do it, but I'll probably do it like very, very sparingly. Okay, Gambit's all done. He looks pretty cool. I think he looks pretty cool. All right, let's erase him up and do the finishing touches. We're gonna color him. Excuse me. Let's get another drink. Give me a chance. All right. Where's my eraser? Sorry about my throat, because it is very, very cold. It's like 40 degrees outside in South Louisiana. Wish this weather was here during Christmas time, but it's here. It is what it is. Oh shoot. We're gonna fix this hair. I'll fix it back up. Yeah, I gotta fix his 5 o'clock shadow. We'll come back to it. Stop swinging. These things are so cool. The pencil slick erasers. whatever they call it, the little bracers that look like pins, but they are so handy and they're so cool. My wife turned me on to these. Now, let's fix this up a little bit more. That should do it. I know this is the number 3 starting to go out. I'm about to get another one. All right, I'm gonna pause for a little bit. I'm gonna gather up some of the crayons, and I'll be right back. Okay, I got the colors. Now let's color Gambit. I'm using Copac. I'm using Copac Tea Rose. Copacs are very expensive. I don't know why, but they definitely do the job. What is that cat doing? Tell you what, the Bristol paper is really holding up the color markers. I'm impressed. And the one thing about markers compared to pencil crayons, you gotta hurry and color over them, because if you don't, when it dries up, it leaves a lot of seams. Like, it leaves a lot of like mark areas, and then trying to color over that is kind of makes it look weird. I'll fix his 5 o'clock shadow after I do this. Okay, that's it for his skin. Let's do the black. Okay, Gambit. His eyeballs are black, almost like a old boy on the Gorillas. I think his name was Tootie. I think it's been so long. That looks super cool. This looks super, super cool. I know probably someone's probably be thinking like, why do you draw Gambit? It looks like shit, man. Well, I'm just drawing the way I like to draw. I don't like to draw in other people's styles. I mean, I could, but I don't feel like doing it. And plus, I don't want to ruin a person's style. So I just draw my own style. And someone actually asked me, "Could you draw this in Marvel style? Could you draw such and such a Marvel style?" I never spoke to him after that, but I was like, if you wanted something to be drawn in Marvel style, ask Marvel. Don't ask me to draw something in someone else's art style. I draw my style. And I wanted that to be publicly. I wanted to be publicly clear. If you ask me to draw something in someone else's art style, I will quietly dismiss you. Oh shit! I forgot his ear. I'll get his ear. I will quietly dismiss you because that says that you don't have trust in my own art style, that you would want me to draw someone else's art style because either you can't contact them and pay them, or you have no trust in my own art style. And as an artist, I take offense to that. So I won't say nothing to you, and I will quietly dismiss you. Men's wants to play peekaboo. This is going to be a lot of black. I know that for sure. Yeah, let's just do it like this. I got plenty of black markers. So yeah, that's my stance on when it comes to art and art styles. Don't ever offend me like that. I thought about making a comic book hero, but reason why I haven't really gone through with it is because there's so many superheroes, both mainstream and independent, and people on Twitter, X, and YouTube and everything. There's just so many superheroes. What could I possibly do to contribute to that? All right, he looks super cool. Let's do his hair. All right, I'm gonna do his 5 o'clock shadow after I do this. I love doing things like this. This is very therapeutic. Not playing video games or anything, or dealing with Pro Wrestling 225 or anything. I love drawing. I absolutely love drawing. Come back and fix that up. Watch, this is how we're gonna do it. I see a little hair follicle right there. Yeah. Shoot. Here we go. I'm paying attention to the. Yeah, I can't even see what I'm doing. So sorry. This is how I draw. This is how we draw. This is how we color. This is how we do everything. The joys of being an artist. Actually creating something and not just talking about it and sitting around on their armchairs and expecting things to happen, or being armchair experts and saying what you want, but you don't get off your ass to do it yourself. I, on the other hand, do something about it. Whether I want to draw a Marvel character or an anime character or my own comic books, I get it done. And this, I've never drawn Gambit before in my entire life, and this looks absolutely super, super cool. I'm gonna get probably gonna do that like a darker shade. But first, let's fix this up. Much better. How about this for his eyebrows? Don't want to be black, but I don't want it to be the same color as his hair. That looks good. Kids outside. It's freaking freezing cold and they got kids outside. Alright, now his jacket. Well, his coat anyway. This is gonna be a while, folks. This is going to be a while. I'll tell you what I can do to make this go a little faster. That looked good. I'm not even worried about watching AEW Dynamite right now. I'm having more fun doing this. Drawing a character I've never drawn before in my life. This is absolutely fun. I can smell the alcohol on the markers. I love it. These are touch mark, twin mark. My wife got me these about a few years ago from, I think, the Wish app. They work. They do what they're supposed to do. Color characters and environments. He looks like he's wearing sunglasses in a way. But no, that's his eyes. That's his real eyes. I wouldn't mind drawing Spawn one day. I definitely would not mind that. I wouldn't mind drawing the Max either. The Max. I just love good art. I love good art. I don't like crappy art either. I like good art. I like creativity. I like something that's weird but not too weird to a point where it's like, ugh, like real cringe or like real cringe. Do different. There's a difference between good different and bad different. I've seen both sides of different. This actually looks really good on the Bristol paper. I must say so myself. This is actually really good. Hardly any bleed through either. That's good. That's what I like to see. Now, this part of his scuba suit, as I say, because that's exactly what it felt like, a scuba suit. That hot magenta pink, so 1990s. Douchebags. Okay, that's done. Now this part, should I do the fine or should I do the broad? It's the broad. Okay. Well, let's get his bow staff too. Okay. Well, we gotta do his eyes. That shouldn't be too hard. And after this, we'll finally get to his 5 o'clock shadow. There he goes. Gambit is finally done. First time ever that I drew him. He looks so freaking cool. Look at that. The real Gambit and DwreckTV version Gambit. That looks so cool. I'm gonna have to draw these characters more often. Well, till next time, Dwreck signing out. See you on the flip side.